Hello everybody, it's me. It's good old Soup Galaxy over here. Can you believe it? Whole year of Soup Galaxy. Now granted, the first video wasn't really uploaded until July 15th. Re-uploaded July 17th due to some audio problems. But that's neither here nor there. The channel started the day that this will go up last year, which is June 30th, 2023. So we're here to bake a cake in honor of 1 year of it existing. Now, as y'all know, Soup Archive existed before then as the original Soup Galaxy channel, but I've since detracted from there because it was a part of a personal account that just flooded with a bunch of stuff, and I used it for a lot of other things, so I wanted to make a new account that was solely for this. And here we are, a year later, which is amazing. Thank you for all of y'all's help, and thank you for your support. And just special shout outs to the first subscriber for Zamo77 and Nave for always being supportive and always letting me use his music. So thank you to you both, and thank you to everybody who watches me ramble on about various topics. So, shall we get started? Also, jump scare, face reveal kind of. If you can see my eyes, no you can't. Yeah, this will be the, first time that I reveal my face on camera. Hi everybody. I am Mexican. Also this, I know it's not blue. Leave me be. This is a part of an old Luigi costume I had, and then I fashioned the lettering, laminated it, taped it on, made it a while back, and here it is now. So, hello everybody, this is who I am. Ladies, I am 6 foot tall. Okay, for real this time, this is the last bit. I'm like that one Willem Dafoe photo. There's 2 of them now! I love them. My children. You know, I don't talk about that series enough. Definitely, guys, definitely. But yeah, actually this time, let's get to baking. Okay, so before anything, we're gonna preheat the oven. And I have the recipe right here. Alright, so, we have our 2 9-inch right here. And we have our little stick of butter. It may not seem like it because it's just simple baking, but it took a long while to set this up because I just have so much to do. Look at me, I'm so social. In recent news, I was a chambelán for a quinceañera, and we were badass. For those who aren't Latinos, a chambelán is basically just a male dancer, not like that, stop. A male dancer at a quinceañera, which quinceañera is the 15th birthday. So think of a sweet 16, except for Mexicans it's 15. And we had fun, we had a lot of fun. It was great. Great people. There's also another quinceañera and that's gonna happen next month, so yeah, I'll be a little packed, as the kids say. Also, here's some canon. You know I say that I'm a minor in my videos? I am 17, so you're listening to a 17-year-old baking a cake and ranting about murder drones. Gotta love it. Speaking of, I do want to branch out from murder drones. I don't want to get stuck with just MD, even though I do love the property so much. It has given me so much, you know, in terms of popularity. But frankly, I do just want to branch out and not get stuck on a singular topic, because that honestly would suck. Because there are a lot of topics that I love, and you know what's funny? I had a Mario video planned to come out after I codename all my videos. So whenever I reference like E&M, which is my first video, the ego and megalomania of Walter Hartwell White. Yes, I remember all the titles. Of course, I had to think of them. During and after the production of E&M, I had and still have the script for a scrapped Mario Galaxy video, because I was like, well, my channel is themed sort of around whoa. So I'm like, why not make a Mario video? Well, that never came to be because I didn't like the tone of it, and then just other projects came, and then Newsy, the various ships murder drone sales, was conceived in my mind, and so I wanted to make that video instead. I'll eventually make the video because it's a series I want to talk about loneliness in video games that I want to make. It'll be all nice and cool. I think it's supposed to be circular. There's no picture on this recipe that I'm using. But I think these aren't supposed to be just squares. I think they're supposed to be like cut out into a circle, so let's do that as best we can. But yeah, so I guess some behind the scenes is that E&M, which is the ego and megalomania of Walter Hartwell White, my first ever video on this new channel. E&M was breaking out of my shell, and I wanted to break out of it because the original plan for the Soup Galaxy channel was to be a skits YouTube channel, because his name was Prodzy Gaming. I'll probably put him up on screen if I remember. Oh, that's good, right? Good enough, get her done. No, so I was very influenced by him, and that's what I wanted the channel to be. I wanted the channel to be skit-centered, but I just don't have that sort of creative mind to just pump out skits over and over. I do love editing, so eventually it's on more editing thing. You know, I tried to make my second ever video on YouTube was going to be a skit about a character I created in the span of 50 seconds named Churro Man. Like churros. Horrible, horrible, horrible. And I tried to get my mom to film it, but thankfully it never fell through because it would have just been stupid. And I don't have the footage. I think I deleted it the same day. I'm just glad it never fell through because I don't want to be a skits channel. I love doing video essays because, I mean, that's one of the main formats of content I watch. Probably saw in all the videos I referenced in Newsy, the various ships and merch on sales, that my main inspirations are like Cynical, Windy Sunflower, Night9, all those great YouTube creators who do video essays. And I love video essays personally, and that's why I want to, you know, do my videos as video essays. Again, I do want to branch out beyond murder drones, but don't get me wrong, even if I were to branch out and stop making as many murder drones videos as I do now, murder drones will always have a special place in my heart to where it will never die on my channel. There will always be a home for murder drones. Because if I'm gonna be honest, I do think Murder Drones is one of my top 5 favorite shows of all time. And that's up there with like Greats, Suits, Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Gravity Falls. I do legitimately think Murder Drones is that good. Now, is it perfect by any means? No, it's not. It's not perfect by a long shot. There are so many plot holes and contrivances, and there's just a lot. There's a lot that's wrong with the series, but there's so much more than it does right. And that's what I love. And as you can tell by this whole thing, it's more just gonna be a little rambly. Is that an Indigo Park reference? I've never actually played Indigo Park. I don't have a PC, so gotta love that. But I've been saving up for one. Gotta love that. So we'll see if, hey, maybe gameplay has a home on this channel, or maybe I can just use the second channel that I've never posted on, Soup Second Serving. Alliteration. But other than that, we can move on to mixing. Okay, so that's just all the dry ingredients. So we already have everything out. So this
is a bucket. Dear God.
And some baking powder is right here. And then salt, just a little sprinkle here and there. That should do. Hopefully that wasn't too much. But yeah, let me get a whisk. Whoa. I don't know how much I'm gonna cut out of like this entire thing because I don't know, maybe I can just upload a 30-minute video of me unedited footage, right? I don't know, I just want to talk about like random things. Oh! Beat 2 sticks of butter and the sugar in a large bowl. Ooh! Where's my sugar at? Where's my sugar at? This kind of a large bowl. Huh? Oh, we'll have to improvise. Sizable bowl. Sizable. Huh. Compound word. Huh. I'll just put that here. That side. Put 2 sticks of butter in. Let's see. Yeah, I just want to make sure that this is entirely correct because I don't want my anniversary cake to be bad. Let's see, what time are we at? 11 minutes. Jeez, I might actually have to cut out a lot. Well, going back to that original topic of like how my first ever video, like on Soup Archive, was a passion project by I have no clue how old I was, probably 12, 13 years old, to make YouTube videos. I always had like conversations with my friends. We're gonna be famous YouTubers, we're gonna live in a house together, in a mansion, we're gonna make content together, we're gonna play games together, it'd be so cool. That never came to fruition, obviously. And I guess I'll share a little bit about us, you know, that group of 5, including me. I won't dox them, I won't reveal their names or anything, but let's just say there were 4 of us, and one wants to become an electrician, the other wants to become an architect, another is undecided, another wants to work in IT. Oof! Good luck finding a job, buddy. You know who you are. And then I want to work in anesthesia. Big things. So yeah, I got my STNA over this past school year, so we're doing great. Got a job in a hospital, so all that is pretty cool. None of us ended up being YouTubers, except for myself, the most popular of us all. One doesn't post, the other, for Zamo, he doesn't post either. And then me, I have a very sporadic upload schedule because, I mean, come on, what is a YouTuber if he has not a sporadic upload schedule? And I say that because, like, there's just a lot of stuff going on in life, you know, and I'm just considering making like shorter content to satiate y'all from having to wait all that time. But I think I'm going to speed run through this and then I'll catch y'all in a sec. But going on to the previous topic, the original video of Soup Archive, Soup Galaxy, episode 0, I think it was titled. And I was very little, I had very high hopes for the channel. And I thought I was going to make weekly uploads of skits. Little did I know, I don't even do weekly uploads, nor skits. So, you know, I don't know how little me would react to that, but hey, I have 600 plus subscribers, thank you again. And hey, that leads me to the point where I can monetize now. So if you'd like to be a member, but if you just want to support me month by month, then you can join the membership program. You can be a member of the channel. And you can get videos early, right? Or sneak peeks. Just know that the option is there. And if you'd like to support me monthly, you can be a Galaxian on the channel. It would be very much appreciated. This isn't frame. And I would just love for you to join the ride, and to financially support me in that way would be great. Because I do not want to be straggling, I guess. So if you want to financially support the channel, please do, and you will be very much appreciated. But other than the shameless plug aside, so yeah, the milk I kept inside the fridge because I did not want it to get warm. So it's 1 1/4 cups of whole milk. So yeah, Soup Archive is just there and has like 69 subscribers, nice, or something like that. It's dead. Again, it's Soup Archive, and it just has archived every single video, except the ones that show my face, which I probably will unlist because now this is the face reveal, pseudo face reveal. Or maybe I won't because they show my eyes, and I'm keeping that for clickbait in the future. But, you know, I have that YouTuber mindset. Also eating with the milk. Okay, yeah. So then we spin it around a little bit, this flour mixture. Yeah, this is powdered sugar. Yeah. Shut up, it's my cake. Let's hope that this bowl is large enough. If not, I'll just pour it back into this big one. Problem solving skills. But from the Soup Archive account, I was just inspired to make lyric videos. I don't know if I'm gonna release one of the songs with lyrics videos. Oh, the lighting's getting wonky. The first one will definitely be a remake of my first ever, The World Revolving, because I love the track, it's amazing. And then that'll be followed by Big Shot, and then that'll be followed up by finally releasing Laugh Track. You know, like Mike's Big Showdown. I actually conceived the lyrics for that as it got popular, and I recorded the song. The song was done. I never put it together. And, you know, now that I've had years, effectively, of those 3 songs, to like rethink the lyrics and all that, I think I'm proud of the lyrics that I have now. I think they are better. Because, like, of course, I've matured, I've aged. With age comes experience and better songwriting skills. And so I hope that whenever that does eventually come out, because they will come out eventually, I hope I can do each of the characters justice. And, you know, the with lyrics videos won't stop there. I do definitely want to make more. Hell, I want to make one with The Ultimate Show, you know, Dementia's theme versus Marks. Eventually with the end goal of covering The Ultimate World Spun featuring Mark that was made by Man on the Internet. and make my own version of it because I think that the Three Jesters deserve that and they're very fun for that. But, yeah, that'll come down later down the line. I'm just gonna mix this in here since it's just the last. Yeah. And then we're gonna have this gummy, I don't know what they call it. I mean, it's silicone, right? I think it's a silicone. Makes you sound dumb. I'm not. I swear. Other than that, as you can tell, I had no set script for this. I'm just kind of rambling because, you know, this is a more intimate video. Y'all are my fans, and I thank you for watching me, always. And I do implore y'all, this may sound like, oh, you just want to use. No, I do want y'all to go and not rewatch, but watch my my older content, you know, my first ever video, E&M. I want y'all to go and watch that because I put a lot of passion into it, and it's only at like 106 views, which I don't mind. That was insane to me whenever, you know, I saw that metric. During its run, I think it received like 20 views, and I was like, whoa, that's insane. The majority of those views were my friends, however. And now, I can proudly say that the majority of my views come from random people on the internet. And I love being able to say that because, hey, I have made a potential career for myself on this platform, and I love that. Let's see. Divide the batter between the prepared pans. Bake until the pans are lightly golden on top. All right, so now we're going to pour them in the pans, and let's hope that I made the pans right. Unplug this for safety's sake, and put this on top of some paper towels for the drip, unlike the drip that I've got on now. Very simple outfit. Well, in essence, right? I want a career in medicine. You know, help people out. The usual reasons that people want to go into medicine. I'm not special in that regard. I have the same reasons. They're noble reasons, you know? Also, for the artists, potentially, who are listening to this right now, I thank you. I'm glad my voice is something you can turn your brain off to. This will probably be a longer one. Heck, this might be my longest one. Who knows? We'll see how that goes in the editing cave. But yeah, I mean, thank you for listening to me as somebody you can draw to. And let's hope these cakes end up good, because I'm not sure if I did the parchment paper thing right. We'll just have to wait and see. These are about to go in, and then we'll make the buttercream. Whoa. So yeah, I guess we'll cut to whenever I fill these up. Okay, well that sucks. We lost footage. But we have put our pastries in the oven, and we're making buttercream right now. The normal way. Oh, I'll clean that up later. It doesn't okay. Had me confused for a second there. Got Mario confused.
Ooh, you're so good. You got Mario confused.
I used to be able to do a Mario impression, and then my voice, you know, dropped. And now I can't do it anymore. All I can do is a pretty average Luigi impression. Wahoo! And even then, I have trouble. Again, I don't know how much of this I'm gonna cut out. I might make an edited down version and a supercut. And for those who do want to see the supercut, I see like my unedited speech. Because I know there is an audience for that. And I know that there are people with very small and short attention spans. Oh baby, that's a jet. I don't know if the camera picked that up. But yeah, there are jets outside. I'm a wanted fugitive. The shipping police are out to get me because I said that Jessa makes very little sense. Which I'll make a video about sometime. Maybe. No guarantees, but I think I'm gonna make a video about the opposite of the various ships of Emergerum sales, you know? What the fandom ship. And if you want a quick rundown from me, I think that, you know, all the ships, and then, you know, tents and then Tessa don't really count. Oh, look at me, I'm yapping about murder drones again. Woo! No. Whoa. I don't think that, of course, Tessa and N count as a relationship, because why would they? They're not a relationship. They are, you know, more mother-son. But stay with me now. There's that one TikTok trend wars line. Good stuff. Great stuff. Ooh. Don't do this at home, kids. You'll get sick. You'll die. We'll get type 2 diabetes. That's an official diagnosis from STNA, State Testing Nurse Assistant. as a state test nurse assistant, I gotta say, I am legally not able to give diagnoses. So that is null and void, and it's all for a bit. So, don't sue me. Anyways, so stay with me now. If you follow the logic that N holds Tessa as a mother figure, then would it also not be logical to say that J and V and Sin see Tessa as a mother figure? This might not be enough. We'll cross that road when we get to it. I don't need to cover the case because I have like more frosting for like little details, but whatever. I'll see what I can do. So, you know that one. I got thirsty. Jaritos. Hashtag not sponsored. The great stuff, the mineral water. Man, I decided to make a second batch. So we're gonna ball. Please don't overflow, please don't overflow, please don't overflow. Yeah, quick rundown. If N views Tessa as a mother figure, by proxy Sin views her as one too. Sin the person, not solver. Then, by proxy, shouldn't that mean that all of the drones see Tessa as their mother figure? Also, V and N, like past NV was a thing. You've heard little chirps here and there. I don't know. They're not on cue, they're not paid. But little chirps here and there. That's because my birds, I had to move them from the main living room, to a different room. Don't worry, they have a window, they have food, water, everything's nice, AC. They live a very cushy life. But yeah, those are my children. I love them. Their names are Papaya and Kiwi. Papaya was named after the Zelda character of the same name in Breath of the Wild, and Kiwi was just to keep the fruit theming. And I love them both, they're my children. But were they to reproduce, because they are not the same parents, I just bought them at a pulga for $20. But if they were to breed and have kids of their own, I wouldn't say that's weird, because even though they are my kids, they are not related. So, while yes, it would be weird if Sin and N were to get into a relationship because they see each other as brother-sister, it wouldn't be weird for V and N. But it would be weird for one of the drones and Tessa, which is why I don't think Jessa would work. Because you see, for Jessa to work, you either have to have the headcanon. Well, it's not like outright confirmed, but it's pretty heavily implied. But we'll call it a headcanon. If you were to have the headcanon that N sees Tessa as a mother, then you, by proxy, cannot also have the headcanon of Jessa. They contradict, because then it would be weird, you know. That's just some food for thought, that's my opinion. You know, I'm not gonna come over here, your shipping is weird. You know, I'm not gonna go do all that, because no. That's how that, like, NV shippers accusing Newsy shippers of pro ship happened. We're not gonna go back down that route. That's dumb. Don't harass people online, kids. So, now that that's done, all good, all fine, all dandy, we're gonna wait for this to finish baking, and we're gonna just let that sit. And by waiting for that, I mean we're gonna go on to the Q&A segment. So follow me as I answer y'all's burning questions. And now for the Q&A segment, which will be a little more laid back, as you can see. But first, let's set the mood, shall we? And because we don't have a fireplace for real, we have our substitute. So first up, from @dtx.concha, was you at Diddy's party? No, Donkey Kong didn't invite me.
Oh, these are pretty cool bananas.
Next up, from Ferzamo77, me or Johnny? Reginald. From @_gerg.boog_. I gotta think about this. You keep thinking. From @nebby_u_k. What's better in your opinion? Better Call Saul or Breaking Bad? You see, of course, Vince Gilligan had a lot more experience in Better Call Saul, but that's not why I call it better. I call it better because of the main character, Jimmy McGill's progression throughout the story. His character arc is phenomenal and something I want to make a video on someday. But in short, I relate to James McGill on such a core level that I see myself in him. And that is why I connect a lot more with Better Call Saul than I do Breaking Bad. Both shows are phenomenal in their own right, but Better Call Saul is leagues better than the already great Breaking Bad. Next up we have @_matcha4. Do you think that Jay could possibly like V? My little headcanon is that Jay grows to like V while they're murdering everyone on Copper 9, and that could be a small part of why she hates N as well. You know, her also being a jerk and stuff, lol. My hope for Jay in episode 8 is that she finds out Tessa has always been dead, who she was very loyal to as shown in episode 5 and likely cared a lot about. And that V died to save N, who she hates, and Uzi, her murderer, and has a full mental breakdown, which would be a nice change from her tough exterior. You see, there's two routes you could possibly take this. Like, as in friend, which I believe that Jay would see her as more of a colleague, if anything. V gets the numbers done, and she does her part, and for that, Jay would like her. Romantically, however, I've never found Oil Rose to be anything more than a headcanon. Because Jay, if she were to fall in love with anybody, it would be herself. So it would be her own reflection, or, I don't know, male Jay. Next up we have, from @randomgirlontheinternet, 1735. What do you think about the fandom, if you have ever interacted with it? I believe that the fandom is a joy to be around. Now, I only got into the fandom after the release of the Newsy, aka the various ships Murder Jones sales. And I have to say that I love seeing the fan works. I love the Mile Mortal AU, the Mini Swap AUs, the Feral AU, the Wholesome Killer Parents AU, all of them are great. They're on Twitter from artists. And I refuse to call it X. And there's a very great fan song that was released shortly after 7 by one Logan Pepitas on YouTube called For Eternity. Very stellar song. It's on my playlist. I recommend you go check it out. But I think very highly of the fandom. The fandom is great. It's a great joy to be around. And I'm proud to say I'm of the Murder Drones fandom. Now on to @JustMiaMakingStuff. What got you into Murder Drones? 3 big reasons. In order of importance, I never really got into Murder Drones, really. I watched it from its teaser because I had been a fan of SMG4 since late 2018, early 2019. My first video was if Mario was in Deltarune because I loved Deltarune. And that was my introduction to SMG4, and later Glitch would have been born out of the minds of Kevin and Luke Lord Witchigal. And from there they would make Meta Runner and Sunset Paradise. And then they would eventually tease Murder Drones. And I consider myself a fan, but I didn't become an avid fan until researching for Newsy, the video. And again, those 3 reasons are the ending of 6, with V's sacrifice and Eternal Dream as a song. Those hit me hard. Which then cycled into me really rewatching the show because I wanted to make the shipping video, all because of the main, big, important reason, Newsy. Newsy's relationship, ever since episode 4, even episode 3, really kindled something in my heart. It really showed me what to strive for when I'm in a relationship. And seeing these two be so happy in the darkest of situations has brought me so much joy. And don't get me wrong, I don't revolve my entire personality around them. I don't cling my entire well-being mentally onto these two's well-being in the show. They're 2 fictional robots after all. But seeing them happy through the most adversarial of moments brings joy to my heart. And that's why I got into Murder Drones. These 2. Next up we have @Rafi20196. Why did you pick the name Galaxy in your name? 4 simple reasons. Well, 2 simple reasons for the Galaxy, but 2 simple reasons for the soup part too. Let's go with the soup part. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, which I finally got for my 17th birthday. And a very old meme is that you abbreviate the New Super Mario Bros. Series to New Soup. And because I fell in love with New Super Mario Bros. Wii all the way back when I was in kindergarten, I believe, I thought I wanted to commemorate it by including it in my name, Soup. I also just love soup. Now onto the Galaxy part. This was my first ever and what I think to be the best video game of all time. Super Mario Galaxy is something I want to make a video on someday because I hold it near and dear to my heart. It was my entry into the gaming world. It is one of, if not the best video games ever made. And so I wanted to commemorate it by also including it in my name. Also, I just love space. If anyone tells you they're afraid of it, they're wuss. And they don't appreciate the immaculate nature of God's canvas that is outer space. But yeah, isn't it ironic how despite my name being heavily Mario inspired, also look at my hat, I've yet to make a Mario video, which is something I hope to do justice to someday. Next up we have at KeeganMCFarland7507. Hey Soup Galaxy, can you do a try not to laugh / cringe challenge of Murder Drones, please? Also, Soup Galaxy, can you make a video about indie / AA games versus AAA games? Please. Also, Soup Galaxy, can you make a video about indie animation taking over the entire animation industry, please? Now, while these weren't questions that I wish to answer in my Q&A, I will leave you with this, Keegan. I will keep these on the back burner. I cannot give you my word that I will make them one day because I just don't know how I will be able to go through that. Maybe enough people have already said what needs to be said about each situation, but I will say this. I have a wall where I keep sticky notes of video ideas, and I will put these on my wall. So don't you worry, these will always be in the back of my mind, and one day, just maybe, I'll make all these three a reality. Heck, I might even invite some friends to the first idea of the laugh / cringe challenge, because I need easy content. And finally, last, but certainly not least, even saving the best for last, from @_Nave. What was your first reaction to your ship video getting lots of attention? You see, I at the time only had 18 subscribers. E&M and Lyric, which are the Eagle and Megalomania of Walter Hartwell White and Ad Infinitum Lyric video animation, respectively. E&M and Lyric only had about 60, not even, probably 50 views for E&M and 20 views for Lyric. Oh, it wasn't very popular. Only having 18 subscribers, consisting of myself and all my friends. Seeing that video pop off was a legitimate Christmas gift. It happened on Christmas. I showed it to my parents and they were very excited for me. They were like, "Órale mijo, eres chingón." And it was fascinating to see how I was able to reach so many people and give so many people entertainment. I've always been one for the spotlight. And thank you, Nate, specifically, for allowing me to use Cybergrill in that video. Your music is always a joy to listen to, even your non-Deltarune tracks. I love every single piece you make. However, I will say, my genuine reaction to seeing all that growth, all that positivity, seeing the video pop off, my first reaction was to get on my knees, look up at the sky, and thank God for making this a possibility, making little me's dream possibly come true. And hey, even now, over 600 subscribers, thank you so much. So finally, with that, I tell you, thank you. And now, it's on to frosting, isn't it? And we're back from the Q&A section and on back to the baking section. Thank you so much for submitting your questions to be answered by yours truly. It does genuinely mean a lot. And hey, now we can frost this cake. Yes, again, thank you for all of your engagement and thank you for your questions. So, we're gonna get to frosting here. So you can get a better look at me. Frosting. Whoa, computer. What's really funny is that after I published it, I was on call with a friend of mine, the same friend who gave Tinny his name, and I heard upstairs a familiar voice. My parents had put on the Newsy video on the big screen on our big old TV up here, full blast, and they watched the entire thing. I was so scared to to walk up because I'm like, ooh, this is nerdy. And then my dad said, my dad, very, he said, good video. My mom, she was like, it's great, I really enjoyed it. Very supportive, and I love my mom for that. But speaking of, here is the finished product. The fruits of my labor. Here it is. Happy first YouTube anniversary, Soup Galaxy. And there's a scuffed tinny in the middle. Oh, well, there's only one thing to do now. Time to cut off his face. Anyways, don't play with knives, kids. I feel bad, because it's my son. I love him. I don't want to cut him. I don't want to eat him. Well, we gotta... Here's to commemorate. Here's to you, the viewer. Which I would love to say thank you for watching all this whole year. And I hope you continue to watch for another year of Soup Galaxy, because I have a lot in store that I want to show y'all that I am dying to create. So, it is really heavy heart to say that this video has come to its near end. But anyway, we get to enjoy the fruits of our labor in the form of cake. So, do the YouTuber things, like, comment, subscribe. God bless. And I'll see you in the next video. This cake is for you. This thank you is for you. And thank you for allowing me to potentially make a career off of YouTube. And I can't wait for your continued support. You all mean so much to me. And while at the end of the day, all I know about you is that you are a number on a graph, I still want to say thank you. Thanks for a whole great year of content creation, and I hope that we can stay together for another awesome year. And with that, God bless, and cheers to everything you do.